Hello students. So this session we will discuss Wade-Mingo rule for metal carbonyls. The previous lecture we discussed, so that is Wade's rule for carborines and borines. So Mingo scientist he extended the Wade's rule for metal carbonyls. We will discuss how to calculate the number of skeletal electron pairs to this lecture. Okay. Right. Next. So polyhedral skeletal electron pair theory, or we can call it as a high nuclear carbonyl cluster, or we can call it as skeletal electron pair theory, or so we can call it as Wade's rule. So in metal carbonyls, right? So Kenneth Wade so provided these rules to correlate the number of skeletal electrons with structure of boranes later. So means structure of boranes was provided by Kenneth Wade. So he is a Breton chemist. Then later the rule was extended by Mingo. So these rule in the Mingo extended these rules for transition metal carbonyls. Okay, right. So generally students in metal carbonyls, each MCO taken thrice units constitute two 12 electrons. So that means here you can see. So generally here, so CO, 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 right? So this is back bonding, or we can say back bonding metal to carbonyl. So here you can see 2, 2, 2, 2. So means all are 4 electrons, 4 electron, 4 electrons. So that means 12 electrons, right? So each MCO taken thrice unit constitute 12 electrons. So that means three pairs of electrons from the metal to ligand through back bonding plus three pairs of electrons from three carbonyls through sigma bonds. Here you can see. So these are sigma bond and sigma. From metal to carbon, it is back bonding, or we can call it as D2 pi D2 pi bonding or back bonding. Okay. So these are we can call it as non-skeletal electrons. We can call it as non-skeletal electrons. When these non-skeletal electrons are subtracted from the total electron count, that is TEC, gives the total skeletal electrons by dividing with 2, it gives the total number of skeletal electron pairs, right? So TEC is nothing but total electron count minus total electron count minus 12 into n divided by 2. So it gives the total number of skeletal electron pair, right? So what is total electron count, student, means nothing but the number of metal atoms into its valency electrons plus the number of ligands donated by the two electrons to the metal atom. So for example, here you can take one example, that is RH6CO16. Clear, right? So here rhodium is belongs to the cobalt group. So generally here we have six metal atoms, and the valency electrons in each rhodium atom is 9 electron, and here so RHCO16, each CO can contribute to the metal atom for 2 electron. So therefore that is equal to 32 electron. So therefore here you can see 9 6 are 54 plus 32, that is equal to 86 electron. So these 86 electrons we can call it as total electron count for the particular given metal carbonyls. The high nuclear carbonyl clusters are electron deficient. These structures have polyhedron structure. So these polyhedron structures of high nuclear carbonyl clusters are related with Wade's rule. Okay, right. So these rule shows the relationship between the total electron count and the structure of various carbonyl cluster. According to these rules, a polyhedron closed structure obeys the total electron count as follows. Right. Here you can see the total electron count. So this table is very very important. So please keep in mind the total number of total electron count TEC is equal to 12 into n plus 2 into n plus 1, or we can write, or just you can calculate by using the formula, student, where 12 into n, that is equal to non-skeletal electrons, and where n is equal to number of metal atoms. So means n means non-skeletal electrons, n means nothing but number of metal atoms. So number of metal atoms into non-skeletal electron, that is 12. Okay. 2 into n plus 1, that is equal to total number of electrons, total number of skeletal electrons, or n plus 1 is equal to total number of skeletal electron pair, or you can just you can use the form, don't there is no need to use the formula, just calculate the total electron count, that is equal to the number of metal atoms into, just you can write as number of metal atoms, just total electron count TEC is equal, just you can use this simple technique, number of metal atoms, number of metal atoms into its valency electrons, its valency electrons, its valency electrons plus number of number of carbonyls, number of COs into 2 electrons. So that's it, it will give the total number of electrons. Okay, so this total electron count is equal to, so generally the number of electrons in this metal atom. So TEC is equal, just you can do number of, okay, so number of skeletal electrons is equal to, number of skeletal electrons is equal to, student, yes, we can represent it as F+S, that is equal to TEC minus 12 into n divided by 2. So this is the formula will give the total number of skeletal electrons. I will explain in the next examples. Okay, right. So Waite's rule for structure of high nuclear carbonyl clusters as following. Here you can see total electron count, that is equal to 12 into n plus 2 into n plus 1, where so skeletal electron pairs is equal to n plus 1, then it satisfies n plus 1 satisfy, then the structure is closure structure. If satisfies S is equal to n plus 2, then it is Nido structure. If it is satisfies n plus 3, then it is Arachidonic. If satisfies S is equal to n plus 4, then hypopolyhedral structure. So these are the skeletal electron pairs gives the n plus 1, it is closure, n plus 2 Nido, n plus 3 Arachidonic, and n plus 4 hypo, right. If the number of vertices, means here most of them students they are confusing at number, what is vertices. So vertex is a single, it is a plural form is vertices. Vertices means nothing but, here you can see this is the vertex, and here it is vertex, and here it is vertex, and here it is. So how many vertex we have? The 4 vertices we have. So similarly the number of metal atoms are having different kind of vertices. So it is attached with another, it is attached with another metal atom also, right. If the number of vertices are 4, then the structure is polyhedron structure is tetrahedron. Number of vertices 5, then trigonal bipyramidal we know very well. If the number of vertices are 6, then it is octahedron. 7 pentagonal bipyramidal. 8 dodecahedron, or D2D, it is trigonal geometry. Number of vertices are 9, then it is a tri-capped trigonal bipyramid, or we can call it as a bicapped octahedral also. We can termed as bicapped octahedron also. If it is 10, so then the number of vertices are 10, then it is bicapped square antiprism. If number of vertices are 11, then it is edge centered, edge contracted icosahedron or we can call it as octadodecahedron, right. If the number of vertices are 12, so it is icosahedron, but it is bicapped pentagonal antiprism. So most probably we will expect, means here most of the examples comes in this range of 4 to 8 only. So in previous exams also most probably they covered up to 8 vertices only. Okay, right. Then we will move to the how to count the number of electrons in this metal carbonyl clusters. Right, here we have the different types of example student. Here you can see. So this is rhodium 6 CO16. Okay, so first of all we will calculate the total electron count, that is TEC. Already I said that is total electron count, that is equal to the number of metal atom into its valency electrons plus then number of here 16 COs are there. Each CO can contribute 2 electrons to the metal atom. So therefore the total number of electrons, that is equal to 86 electrons, right? So capital S, that is equal to skeletal electron pairs. The skeletal electron pairs is equal to, we will get by using the formula, that is total electron count minus 12 into n. So where n means nothing but, so these are the non-skeletal electrons. Here 12 is nothing but it is non-skeletal electrons. Non-skeletal electrons into n means nothing but number of metal atoms. You can divide it by 2, then you will get the number of skeletal electron pairs. Right, here you can see 86 minus 72 divided by 2, then you will get the answer 14 by 2, that is equal to 7. So 7 is the skeletal electron pair, right? So where 7 is equal to, we will write as, right, so we will write as, so 7 is equal to n plus 1, so that means n plus 1, so that is equal to 6 plus 1, 6 metal atoms plus 1. So therefore the it satisfies the number of vertices. Then the structure is a closo structure. Generally the geometry is octahedron geometry. Right, clear student? Right, next here you can see total electron count TEC, that is equal to, so number of metal atom into valency electron. So generally it is belongs to iron metal iron group. Here it is belongs to D7S2, it belongs to cobalt group. Here the number of valency electrons 8 and it is multiplying with 6 plus 18 into 2. So that is so each CO can contribute 2 electrons to the metal atom. Then the negative charge is minus. So the negative charge, we are adding 2 electrons to the total electron count. So then the total number of electrons, that is equal to 86, right? So there then, so skeletal electron pairs, that is equal to total electron count minus 12 into n. So please remember the formula. So 86 minus 72 by 2, that is equal to, so 7 pairs. So therefore 7 is equal to n plus 1 or 6 plus 1. So that is equal to n plus 1. So satisfies the n plus 1 rule. So then the structure is closo structure, right? So therefore it is a closo octahedron, or we can call it as it is octahedron geometry. Clear student? Right. So next we will move to the another example. So that is it is a 5 metal atom 5 membered coordinated metal complex which is attached with 15 COs and one heteroatom is present. Here the total electron count, that is equal to, so 5 into 8 already we know. So osmium belongs to the iron family. So that is equal to D6A2, D6S2 and 5 into 8 plus 15 into 2. So here this is 4 is heteroatom. So generally the carbon has 4 valency electron. So therefore the total electron count, that is equal to 74 and the skeletal electron pairs, that is equal to 74 minus 12 into 5, that means the number of metal atoms are 5. So therefore 74 minus 60 by 2, that is equal to 14 by 2. So then it is 7, right? So therefore 7 is equal to, S is equal to 7, then it satisfies n plus 2, then 5 plus 2. So therefore if it is satisfy n plus 2 formula, then the structure is Nido structure. So the geometry is a trigonal bipyramidal. Here you can see, so this is OS7 CO21 student here. So first of all we will calculate the total electron count, right? So osmium belongs to, so iron family, so that is D6S2. So means 7 metal atoms into 8 valence electron, so that gives 98 electrons. Okay, so therefore skeletal electron pairs S is equal to student, so that is equal total electron count minus 12 into n by 2. Clear? Right, so that is equal to student, here you can see 98 minus 84 divided by 2, that is equal to 14 by 2, so that gives 7. Okay, so generally here please remember student, here if n, so that is equal to, if not n plus 1 n plus 2, if it is n, so generally the structure is hypercloso structure. hypercloso structure. Okay, if it is n minus 1, so means the number of skeletal electron pairs is equal to n minus 1, so that is s is equal to n minus 1. So then if it is n minus 1, so generally it is a super closo. So this is very very important. If it is n, it is hyper closo. If it is n minus 1, super closo, right? Here you can see 7. So 7 is equal to n, so because the number of metal atoms 7, right? So therefore the structure is hyper closo, right? What is the geometry, student? So it is monocapped octahedron geometry. So monocapped octahedron geometry means, here you can see, so here, so this is the octahedron pattern here. So this is monocapped, right? So this is monocapped. So means it look like a cap over the triangle face of the octahedron. So then it is, we can call it as a monocapped octahedron. Clear, student, right? Okay. So here is, for sorry for the here mistake. So here it is, the geometry is square pyramidal. It is square pyramidal, square pyramid shape, square pyramid shape. Okay, so these are the four examples, are very very important. Okay, right, next we will move to the another examples. Right, here you can see Fe4C CO to the power CO12 to the power of minus 2, right? So first of all we will calculate iron belongs to, so D6S2, so 8 into 4 12, 8 into 4 32, so 12 carbonyls. Each carbonyl contribute 12 electrons to the 2 electrons to the metal atom. So means 12 COs are there. So then 4 is due to the heteroatom, that is carbon, and 2 for the negative charge. So after that, here the total electron count is equal to 62, right? So then we will move to the skeletal electron pairs, that is equal to the formula, the total electron count minus 12 into n by 2, so that is equal to 62 minus 48 by 2, that is equal to 42 by 7, that is equal to 7, right? So here you can see, students, so the skeletal electron pairs in S is equal to, so satisfies n plus 3, that means 4 plus 3. So then the structure is arachno structure. Therefore, the structure is arachno structure. So generally, so what about the geometry, student? So if it is 4, generally the geometry is a tetrahedron. Geometry is a tetrahedron. Clear? The geometry is tetrahedron. Here also you can see, student. So this is Ru4. So ruthenium. So ruthenium also belongs to iron family. So 4 into 8. Here 12 into 2, so plus 2 for the negative charge. So therefore the total electrons is equal to 58. So skeletal electron pairs, that is equal to total electron count minus 12 into n. Already I said, student, so 12 means nothing but these 12 are non-skeletal electrons, okay, into n by 2. N means nothing but number of metal atoms. So that is equal to 12 into n, that means 48. 58 minus 48 by 2, so that means 10 by 2, that is equal to 5. So therefore here you can see it satisfies. So S is equal to n plus 1. So therefore 4 plus 1 satisfies. So that's why it is closo structure. So or we can call it as it is a closo tetrahedron, right? Next, the last example we will see. So here ruthenium, rhodium. So it is belongs to cobalt family. So generally 7 into 9. So plus 16 into 2. So the negative charge is minus 3. So that is equal to 98 electrons. So therefore S is equal to skeletal electron pairs, that is equal to total electron count minus 12 into n by 2. So that is equal to 7, right? Okay, student, here you can see. So 7 is equal to n is equal to 7 only. So therefore here it is a hypercloso structure. So therefore the geometry is, therefore the geometry we can say. So therefore the geometry is monocapped octahedron geometry. So these are the examples for HNCC, that is higher nuclear carbonyl clusters, right? So this rule was extended, means the way Mingo was extended these rules into the carbonyl cluster. I hope you understand this topic, student. So thank you.